Before the video start, please drop a like and subscribe to help the channel grow and to reach our 1,000 subscriber goal.
So we had trailers there at the Teen Choice Awards, and they came up to me. And my trailer, I had like a smaller trailer, and it was right across, like literally right next to Robert Downey Jr.'s trailer, who's one of my all-time favorite celebrities because he's Iron Man. I fucking love the Avengers movies. And they had his trailer right across.
He's done a ton of other amazing films
Sure.
too, that you never talk about. Like, if you ever watched Chaplin,
Yeah, but
where he plays Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, but he's a superhero now. Like, he's a superhero.
I know, but he's just done so much. You never talk about any of his other films. But
And anyway, his trailer was right across from me, and I noticed this like the day of rehearsals, and they were going to give me a bigger trailer because I was one of the hosts. So they're like, "Hey, you're a host. We can get you a bigger trailer." And Natalie went back and told them that we want to stay in the smaller one because it was closer to Robert Downey. So they're like, "Okay, that's fine." So yeah, I waited. It was like the day of the show, and I had Megan, my publicist, and like my agent and Jack sitting outside my dressing room, my trailer, just waiting for him to come. And I was like fucking stressing out like a maniac in my trailer because I was like, I've never hosted anything. I'm about to go on. Like I don't know like how I'm gonna sound. And then I got a knock on my door, and they're like, "He's coming. He's coming."
Came at the absolute worst time.
Yeah, he came at the worst time. Like literally, like the most stressed I've been in a really long time. And I see him walking right to his trailer, and I come right out of the trailer, and I go, literally, this is what my voice sounded like. I go, "Hi." I go, "Hi." And he goes, "Hello." And I go, "I'm such a big fan." And he goes, "Who are you? Tell me everything." And he said it in like an Iron Man way. He said, like, at this point he is Tony Stark, like Robert Downey Jr. I mean, I don't know if Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr. or if Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
Right.
But he's like his confident character. So he came over to me and he goes, "Who are you? Tell me everything," and shook my hand. And have never fucking frozen like this around a celebrity. I meant to ask for a picture because I knew I would never be able to do anything else with him because I'm just like so nervous.
Right.
But I literally went, "I don't know what to say. I'm so nervous. Great to meet you." And that's it. And then I went back into my trailer and I had a little freak out moment, and he went to his, and that's all I saw of him. And then I tried to get a picture with him later, but his security said he couldn't because they were trying to get him out of the place, which sucked. I messed it up. I literally got so fucking nervous because I didn't know he was gonna pay so much attention to me. He came right over, looked me in the eyes, and shook my hand. And dude, I literally fucking froze. I was like a 3-year-old girl.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to get notified about new posts and to help the channel grow.
And he probably thought I was such a mess. And then the show started.
Did you tell him you were the co-host?
I didn't tell him I was the co-host.
Yeah.
No,
he didn't know who you were. He probably thought you were a singer or something.
No, he thought you
were in a boy band.
I didn't care to tell him because it's like he's not gonna care. Who cares?
Right.
So but he probably thought I was like some like huge like freaky fan, right? That just came out of nowhere, and because I was so nervous to meet him. And then it was so funny. I opened up like the Teen Choice Awards because I was the co-host, and I walk on the stage and I see like to my right Robert Downey Jr. like clapping, because it's the opening of the Teen Choice Awards, and I just couldn't imagine what he was thinking. Like, that nervous shit is the fucking host of this show. Like, it was crazy because I knew he was looking at me because I was the first one on stage, and I was like, I cannot believe I'm standing on a stage on fucking national television in front of fucking my idol right now. That was so cool.
Was it hard, like, reading the prompter and still, like, being yourself?
It was hard reading the prompter, and it's really hard. So like everything's
it's also
out.
Blinding. It was at the beach.
It was at the beach, so the sun was blinding, and like the people around you, they're just screaming. They're like, David, and they're like touching your leg and stuff,
and not really interested in what you're saying, just more interested.
Yeah, because the people around you can't even hear what you're saying. Like you're like talking almost for the TV, right? So like everyone around you is like really loud, and they don't even know when you're talking because they can't hear you. So they're not even thinking about interrupting you. But no, I mean, I don't know. That was the whole thing was the best, and the fact that I got to meet Robert Downey.
I'm gonna tell
was the best.
I'm gonna tell our audience what I pulled you aside. What I said. I said, David, you did such a good job, and you went up there and you were yourself. You did something that took me 15 years to figure out and stand up. And you went up there and you were just you. It was great.
Yeah, it was
such a good job.
Well, I appreciate it.
And then David started crying.
I did not start crying.
And he said, "Thank you I really needed to hear this.
I said,
Let's
thank
go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, I don't know. It's you're just always nice, so it's hard trusting you.
No. I mean, I'll be totally honest. My mom and I were talking about. We went home and we watched it on TV, which was it came off really good on TV.
You said I look sexier on TV.
I don't want the fans to think I'm weird, but like, when
I masturbated to you that night.
Let me explain. Like when you're next to David in person, like he's just kind of goofy. He's more it's more like about personality than like his build, and he's kind of almost a little nerdy. But
he's
then
almost kind of a fucking loser.
But then on TV, and you guys can attest to this if you watch the Teen Choice Awards or go back and watch it. He looked kind of studly. Like he had like a 5 o'clock shadow a little bit.
Damn, people are gonna watch me.
You
on
look
TV.
tall. You look like an athlete. I was like, he's not. He looks taller than he is. Maybe I don't know how tall Lucy is, but
people are gonna watch me on TV and they're gonna go, "Wow, he looks like a fucking loser here." I can't imagine how he looks in person.
Jason's crazy.
If Jason thought this was sexy, no.
I mean, you're always winning, David. You always come out on top.
I was happy
It's
I did
nice.
it. I was very nervous to do it, but I'm so happy I did it, and I fucking want to do so many more hosting things. I loved it.
And now you did it. You did like, oh, this was hilarious. You were standing backstage, and the show had not started. And for weeks, I was telling you, I was like, it's live. It's live. And you're like, no, it's live to tape. It airs. You had it all wrong.
Yeah, someone told me that it airs the next day, so I'm like, I can mess up. I can do whatever I want.
So right before he goes on, someone's like, it's live. And you're like, what do you mean? And you're like, live like what? And they're like, live. Like, it's going out. Like, now.
Well,
it's 5 o'clock here, and they're watching on the Ace. And David was like, fuck.
No. How I found out is I went on.
Yeah.
I opened the show. I went backstage. I checked my phone, and I saw some texts.
yeah.
And the texts were like, "You're doing great." And I went, "What the fuck you mean I'm doing great? This airs tomorrow." And then I turned to a producer. I'm like, "When is this airing?" He's like, 10 minutes ago. And I was like, "Oh fuck."
How did you not know that?
I don't know.
That would have been the first thing I would have asked.
I thought it was one of those shows that like you tape in front of a live audience, and then they like edit it together. And then, I had no idea.
Maybe it was better you didn't know.
I had no idea. It was
So
like, I ended up
stress.
knowing. Then I knew. But like,
But it was too late by then. You'd already done the first,
yeah,
the
it
first
was.
couple
I was
minutes.
so nervous, like at the beginning, but at the end, I was just literally just having such a blast.
What did it feel like when you were just done?
I was sad. I wanted to keep going.
You did.
Yeah, because then when you get into a groove, you like really get into the groove.
Right.
And yeah, it was just fun.
And then you learn like what your co-host is
Oh, and
doing,
I also
which
won
she's
a
like,
Teen Choice Award. Thank you guys. I never even like really said thank you. That's fucking ridiculous. I was on stage, and I had this like, I read my script, so I knew I was coming next, and I had to like present. I had to present Mabel. She was singing, and the prompter all of a sudden turned off. And I freaked out. I looked at Lucy. I was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" I got so scared. I was like, "No, please don't turn off on us." And then I was like, "Okay, guys, looks like I just started improvising. I literally just went, "Okay, guys, looks like I'm gonna start dancing for the next 35 minutes." And then everyone started fucking applauding. I'm like, "Wow, people really like that joke." and like I was like, "Why do people like that joke?" And then I looked at the prompter again, and it said John Stamos. Like it said it on the prompter, and I was like, "Wait, John Stamos?" And then I turned around, and John Stamos was standing behind me. That's why everyone was cheering at my lame joke, because he walked out and presented me on my own Teen Choice Award, which is nuts. And that's so crazy. Josh Peck gave me my Kids' Choice Award, and John Stamos gave me my Teen Choice Award.
Yeah.
Some part of me thinks that like,
SpongeBob's gonna give you your Oscar.
oh fuck, that'd be a dream. No, but that's
Hey, David.
hey, man. No, I don't know. That's like you can't write it any better than that.
Yeah.
Like that was like that I really like that. I wish I could have done better presenting, but it was my
You
first
did
time.
great.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I feel like I'm saying it like I want compliments, but I'm just saying
I
like.
know you're not saying it like that.
But next time I'll be more ready, and I'm super down to do it. And big shout out to Lucy, because she was so great.
Yeah, she's really smooth.
Yeah, she's so smooth. So
Yeah,
it was
she was
the
good
best.
pairing with you.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that.